And streaming. Woo! Okay, I gotta be more enthusiastic than that. Jeez.
Whoa!
Yeah, something like that.
My bad. My bad. My cat stepped on my keyboard.
Your cat stepped on your keyboard. 2-1 and at tier 2. Paste. Send. There we go. Twitch has been sent. We are live. I am recording. Please don't get me canceled.
I won't, I promise.
I'm kind of scared that I didn't hear anything from Ghost.
Remember, guys, let's not say anything stupid.
Don't say anything.
This is all we have for. This is all we have for tier 2.
Yeah, this is all that people. Yeah, this is everyone.
Wow.
Yet again, it's the holiday season, so.
Yeah, but I still would think a lot of people would be in tier 2.
We actually almost have a full tier 2 grid, so. Yeah.
Oh.
It's just, yet again, holiday season. People are away, at home, all that. Anyways.
This is what we started with.
Crap, I need to close my door so I don't disturb people living in the house. Okay.
Number one, don't disturb everyone living in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition, another episode, another fantastic race session here in Tier 2 of the Average American F1 Racing League. Woo! It feels good to say that again, ladies and gentlemen. We are back and at it again. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, last week, the Haas driver of Septic Drifting finally got that race win that he's been aiming for. Ever since he had a little mistake happen in Singapore in the wet conditions and falling down the order to 5th place, he's finally come back at it and gotten the race win. This is our starting grid. Remember, again, ladies and gentlemen, Tier 2 racing, we do not have qualifying. The starting grid is set up to the reverse order of the championship standings. Right here, as you can see, this is how it's looking like. And no, this is not actually the championship standings. There are more people, but not everyone's able to make it. So this is what we have right now. But someone that is able to make it is Tio Eric. Uncle Eric, ladies and gentlemen, our championship leader ever since last race out. Well, actually, ever since, I believe... Actually, yeah, ever since Spain, Spain, yeah, ever since Spain, he has become our new championship leader. Matter of fact, that was literally last race. I am getting mixed up with Singapore and Spain, but yet again, he is our new championship leader after the double DNF from Williams. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, both Williams are not here to defend their positions. So this is going to be very interesting, very exciting. And as you can see, I do not have my usual co-host here, Trident. I have no idea where he is, but in his place is F1 Rare Ghost and FaZe Titanic. Both tier 2 drivers, both fantastic people, and both are willing to get me canceled on Twitch. So hopefully they don't.
Well, you got that one. You got that one wrong. I'm actually a tier 1 driver.
Yeah,
but
we're both tier 1 drivers.
I got my snacks, and I'm ready for the show.
He's got his snacks. He's got his drink. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his woman. She's in Germany, so this is the best he can get. Well,
that is very true. She's gonna be in Sweden this coming month for her own rally competitions. So good luck to her.
good luck indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've been going on long enough. 5 minutes have already passed, so let's get it going. All those in tier 2 watching the stream, ready up! Because I kind of don't feel like going into the Discord on my phone and like typing in ready up. So
I got you.
oh yes, DM here, excited, ready, and going to do my work for me. Thank you. And apparently everyone's having a
rot we're gonna be we're gonna be witnessing today.
A lot of brain rot. We got 2 youngins and then Ghost. I can't even exactly say that. You're older than us, but not by that much. Just 2 years, so.
Well, technically 3 years. My birthday's in a few days, so.
Well then. Well, at least we can try to just brain rot you, you know?
I gotta stay young somehow.
Thank you, DM, finally sending out that message.
Shut up.
Let's get the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. So, Ghost and DM, who do you have your money on to win this race?
Well, you know what? I was actually gonna ask you something similar, like who you thought the person to watch would be. Personally, with the race winner being here, I think my prediction is he's going to leave everybody in the dust. So we may not see too much action from him.
Septic, the race winner, is your prediction. Matter of fact, Septic is in the Twitch chat right now. This race win was promised to me 3,000 years ago, says Septic. Well, Septic, you got a fan right here in the commentary stand with Rare Ghosts. He is clapping on for you. Yet again, he's only clapping with one hand, so I don't know what the other part is doing, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Formation lap. Yet again, Tier 2 has the formation lap because they don't have qualifying. So this formation lap is only Ferrari here to get people to know the track, to get familiar with it, to be able to go, woo!
Yeah, to go, woo!
Now, based off the simulators back then, the person to be looking out for, in my personal opinion, is Decal. He was leading the race in Spain for the longest time until he made an unfortunate tire strategy call that cost him the win. So, we will see if he's able to replicate what he did in the simulators. And as Ghost said, the Haas driver of Septic is the winner of that last race. Could have been our first 2-time race winner, but due to that mishap on the penultimate lap of Singapore, he is down. And
we might have some chaos tonight with Pyro. It looks like he's having some connectivity issues.
Ooh.
He's jumping all over the track.
Pyro.
I thought I saw someone disconnect.
Racing along with the number 2. Last time we saw that number on the grid was the Williams of Logan Sargent. Will Pyro replicate that same disaster? There is your possible race strategies, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if I was a betting man, I would be placing my money on the Ferrari of age Tio Eric, Uncle Eric, because yet again, he is not just the championship leader just by sheer luck. He is a good racer. He has been able to stretch out the tires for the longest, just crazily. And he does love to underfuel. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The formation lap is done, dealt with. Tires are warm but cooling quickly. Engines are rolling. They're
And
up.
we're underway.
Tires go screaming, screeching towards turn 1, and Pyro has already lost the lead to the McLaren. He
He
is
jumped
he's
by
already
3
down to
spaces
third.
right there
Last four.
on turn 1. He's already making a shot for P1.
That is true, and Cal already going from P4 all the way to leading. And look at that, Septic in the Haas all the way up to P3 already. This is
He's
incredible.
already breathing down Hunter's neck.
Gonna get the pass over on the outside. There's no DRS this lap because it's only lap 1.
Yep.
Septic's gonna get by. He's gonna move up to P2.
Oh, nope. The
Moving on to
Aston
P2
Martin
and almost
is
squeezing.
locked.
Aston Martin actually fended him off. But it looks like he's ghosting a little bit, so it may...
Ghosting just a little bit due to that connection.
So yeah, he is going to move up. And so is the McLaren. They're going to be teeing off on him ghosting.
Yes, they will indeed, but at this
But remember,
moment,
it's only lap 1.
I don't think he's got the pace to be challenging. I think the ghosting is actually working against him,
Usually
allowing
ghosting's
all the
working with
faster
you, but not
drivers
this
to
time.
just go straight through him.
Yeah, they're going to be capitalizing on it.
Man's ghosting more than my ex did to me.
That's
Septic
crazy.
in the
He's
Haas.
going to fall all the way back.
Septic in the Haas has more batteries than Cal in the V-Card. While behind, Pyro's actually making a little bit of moves. Got ahead of the Ferrari, but lost out again.
Yeah, he made some contact with the wall on 2 separate occasions. So he's losing ground more than he's gaining. So he's going to have to stay close to the Ferrari if he hopes to get back into the race.
Yes, but it looks like the Ferrari and McLaren. Oh, contact,
Yeah.
wheel banging
Oh!
between the
they're-
Ferrari and McLaren, losing a ton of time to the guys up front.
There's a 3, 2.
And it looks like the McLaren's already out of battery.
Pyro has left the
And they're
session.
going around the inside.
Oh, contact
And he just...
made yet
oh,
again.
my God.
If Pyro
Yeah,
does
there
not
are-
rejoin, he will be classified as a DNF.
Yeah, they're already almost 2 seconds back. Now 3 seconds. From 4th place.
Prey, the Hunter, is trying all he can to block against the Ferrari, but the Ferrari's going around the outside like it's nothing, getting the aid of DRS, going down the inside all the way to the fast left right.
He's going to have to hope to stay close in DRS range so he can attack back on the main straight, or he's going to be way out of contention.
Or he stays behind the ghosted AI of
Aston
Pyro
Martin.
to get DRS off of him, and since he is ghosted, won't be posing a threat.
Fastest lap, decal.
Yep, back to the front of the grid. Cal, through all of Sector 3, is faster than the Haas, but during Sector 1 and Sector 2, the Haas is faster.
Oh, he went very, very wide there. The voice crack is crazy.
Matteo in
And-
the other V-Carb is doing all he can to defend against the other McLaren of red.
I think Septic went off track because before he was only a second and a half. Now he's almost 3 seconds back to decal.
Did he get a little too close? I know the dirty air here in Melbourne isn't that great, but it is still something to watch out for.
Yeah, because in
Especially
second one he was
in
a
the
second and a half.
It's so easy to overshoot the S and screw up your exit. There's a lot of time to be lost there.
Yes, the S of turn 9 and 10. If you screw up turn 9, you're not getting a good exit out of turn 10. I don't care who you are, that is not a great formula for you. Septic still continues to have more battery than the V-Carb ahead of him. Maybe if he just taps a little more into that, becoming a little more aggressive, he might slowly start reeling in the V-Carb ahead.
I mean, he really doesn't have to rush things so far. I mean, he's doing a good job at pacing himself, and if he waits out Cal's gonna end up having to run out of battery anyway to keep him behind. So if he has good raw pace, eventually he's gonna fall within DRS and he's just gonna pull away.
Talk about
And if
the
it-
use
and if
of
he does
DRS
make
and
it-
battery. Hold on. Red in the McLaren has overtaken Matteo in the V-Carb. And Red does have more battery, so he will be able to defend against the V-Carb, who is just almost completely out of battery. Sure, the front of the grid seems a little boring, but everything else behind seems to be exciting. Matter of fact, with the two V-Carb and McLaren fighting right now, that's slowly bringing in the Ferrari of our championship leader back into contention. Contact made.
Contact! They both
Ma-
went off track.
Matteo knows he is at fault for that collision, gives the position back. That might just
Look
be
who's right behind him, our championship leader, catching
Yep.
up to them.
the Ferrari, the Brazilian, the reincarnation of Senna himself, coming back into the forefront, coming back into the fray, looking to get a podium, as our race leaders do not seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Hunter has just been falling back as he hasn't been really in any kind of range to.
Oh!
V-Carb
Contact
goes
made!
around.
The McLaren loses the rears and knocks out the V-Carb of Matteo. That is going to be a penalty going towards the McLaren.
Well, the McLaren did get a little loose with the wheel spin and knock him around.
Yeah, that's gonna
That's
drop
just-
Matteo way back in the contention. It might give Hunter a little bit of breathing room, though. If Matteo can catch up, the McLaren might be able to use Matteo to catch up to his teammate. That way they can both make a really good push. But
That-
we'll see.
That is true. Matteo does have a little hindrance with cleanliness, but he is a quick driver. Just needs to clean up his act just a little bit, and he's going to be easily able to combat some of our fastest drivers here. Red in the McLaren is within a second of the Ferrari, but does not have
Decal
DRS.
goes off the track.
And back to the front of the grid.
Septic is in DRS range.
the flaws and
Not anymore.
the flaws of Decal is starting to show as he's making some mistakes, bringing Septic back into the fray for another race win. If Septic is able to catch up to the V-Carb, that will be making the dream of Septic, of Tio Eric, a reality. Hold on, what happened behind? Why is... Oh! The Ferrari loses the rears and goes into the barriers, losing the position to the McLaren of Red. I do not know who to watch. Septic in the Haas or Eric in the Ferrari. Both drivers have DRS on their prey ahead of them.
And Cows just ran out of DRS. Septic is closing in. He's breathing down his neck.
Let's ride along with Septic as he rides in the slipstream of the V-Carb. Doesn't make the move just yet. Maybe he will make a move here. All the way down to turn 3.
Laps to go.
He knows Cal's gonna have his elbows out. He's just waiting for Cal to make a mistake at this point.
Riding on the rear wing of Cal as Septic is hunting him down. Matter of fact, the left rear tire of Cal seems to be graining a good amount. Actually, both of his rears seem to be graining a lot.
Yeah, and the Ferrari is doing the same with Red and the McLaren.
If Red is looking to make some good positions, I would let the Ferrari behind me overtake me so I could use them to try to get closer to those in the lead.
Yeah, the difference between a tier 2 and a tier 1 driver is really knowing when to let somebody pass. Really playing the DRS game is key in when you're trying to catch up to another pack.
Or unless you're someone like me who just defends against everyone. What is the plan?
And the Ferrari's going to get by Red with a clean pass on the inside.
Some contact was made, but did the Ferrari make the move a little too early? He's going to have to use all of his battery to try to stay ahead of the McLaren.
Yeah, the McLaren doesn't have that much battery left, and the Ferrari knows it. He's pushing. He's going to try and put at least 0.6 of a second behind. That way, that DRS doesn't really aid him that much.
That is true. Septic in the Haas needs to make a move at some point. He is starting to lose grip on those tires, just remaining in the dirty air. Septic tried to go around the outside at turn 1. Matter of fact, he's going wheel to wheel right next to the V-Carb. But the V-Carb outbreaks him, gives him enough room on track, and the V-Carb goes wide. Oh, the V-Carb goes into the wall.
Oh, and Cal.
Safety car is out. Full course safety car. Cal could not handle the dirty air and went straight into the wall.
Yeah, he got a little too aggressive there and trying to fight back. And that cost him.
Cost him dearly. But everyone else behind is lucky for this safety car. That brings them all back into contention.
Yeah, that's and if you're a Hunter in the McLaren, you're breathing a sigh of relief. You have a second chance, and what you do with this second chance is gonna depend on whether or not he moves up the grid.
Septic does not go into the
He's
pits.
out.
He stays out.
That's an interesting choice. He's on a 11 lap old hards.
The Ferrari
You know,
also stays out, but red in the
McLaren
McLaren
goes
is
in.
going in.
Interesting choices.
Safety car will stay out for a good couple laps until the entire grid catches back up. So the McLaren might have the best call currently.
Yeah, and Red's gonna be coming out in front of Mateo and Hunter that are on relatively fresh mediums. So I would say he's definitely made the right call, especially on lap 11 of 29. He's really shortened the pit penalty for himself, and the rest of them are either going to make the decision too late within the safety car and lose track position, or they're going to do it under a green flag and lose even more time.
I mean, already they will be losing out on the restart. The two leading drivers, as they did not pit.
They're both on 11 lap old hards.
Again,
And everyone else is on the mediums.
it is a little early. It is possible to go all the way to the end on those mediums, but they will have to be babysitting it all the way through. On the last 17 laps of this race.
And they're also pushing it to get back to
with
the safety car.
With the safety car, it's really going to stretch out those mediums too. So it's very possible to take those mediums to the end. And if you're Red, you're going to be turning the ERS
Mateo
off
pit.
for the duration of the safety car. That way you can recharge.
Mateo goes back into
Mateo's
the pit
pitting.
for softs?
That's a very surprising.
That's an interesting choice.
He better baby those to the safety car. He's just gonna wear out before it even goes green.
If he went for a harder tire allocation, it would have been perfect if he pitted to another set of hards. Would have been able to go all the way to the end on those hards. Even
So he
pushing
goes.
just a little bit. So far, ladies and gentlemen, in this race, we do have two retirements in the race. Cookie, Mr. Pyro in the Aston Martin. I know it shows that he's still in, but he desynced and has not joined. So he is classified as a DNF on lap 3. And Decal in the V car is also DNF'd after suffering from dirty air behind our current race leader, Septic, in the Haas. DNFing on lap, I believe it was lap 10, lap 11. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it was like
I believe it was around lap 9.
It was a lap, okay?
It was a lap. I mean, does it really matter? I'm
And
still
actually,
gonna
it
have
might
to
have
be-
been.
I'm still gonna have
It might have actually been lap 10.
Yeah, 'cause
considering we're on lap 14 now.
and it said his hards were 10 laps old.
Yeah, and they're 13 laps now, so
Prey the Hunter
It was 8 laps.
has been on those meetings for 5 laps. Did he pit under green conditions before the safety car came out?
Pretty sure he did.
if he did, he's in very good shape. He had already gained track position on Mateo, and he's gonna outlast Mateo in the long run, even on 5-lap old mediums.
Safety car in this lap.
In this lap. Our front 2 runners on hard tires, 13 lap old tires.
Let's
Was
see if
this
Mateo can
the
get that
right
jump.
call?
Just remember, Mateo on those softs, he will have to pit very early compared to the other people on mediums and hards.
Yes, Mateo will need to pit once again. Everyone else on those mediums should be able to go all the way to the end, but they will be babysitting those tires.
Yeah, Septic and Eric are gonna have to pit at some point, and they're gonna have a big penalty on that.
And Septic
Let's see how
is off.
early he go, and he's
back.
off.
And
He's
we're
already
going
going.
green.
Racing speeds, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep an eye on the rears, because these back 3 have
Oh, Mateo goes to the dive bomb on the outside.
goes
And
And
on the
Mateo
inside.
already up 2
If
positions.
you're Hunter, you're not worrying about that. You're just gonna follow in behind and wait for his tires to burn out.
Question is, when do they burn out? And if Mateo's already willing to go
He'll probably-
in for another pit, will he just forego tire safety, tire management, and just keep pushing all the way?
Yeah,
Let's
he's pushing
pause.
hard to make up as much ground as possible right now.
Matter of fact, the McLaren of Red is pushing already right on the rear wing of Eric in the Ferrari. And Mateo goes down the
wide.
inside of the McLaren and gets the position.
He might even get to 3rd by next lap.
Mateo
But second-
goes a
second.
little deep. Oh, and Eric goes into the
And
pits.
Eric. Oh,
Too little, too late at this point.
But he will be able to try to get an undercut on Septic in the Haas. The undercut here is usually within 2.3 seconds, and Eric was within 1.1. So if he pushes on this outlap, will undercut the Haas.
And at that point, that's the only driver he's racing at this point, and he might be driving for P4 at this point.
That is true, but we've seen some crazy things happen in these races. Not only...
RS has been opened up,
Yep.
and Red is already going to be trying to fight back on Mateo.
And Mateo will be fighting Septic in the Haas for the
and
race
it goes
lead.
to the inside.
Goes down.
And Septic gets a very good exit on Mateo.
I think
And
Mateo
if you're
Septic
Septic,
goes
you're-
into
Oh,
the pit.
And
But
he's gonna respond to Eric.
responding
And
to
he has
Eric,
DRS.
but too late. Because now,
Eric
since
can
he
go to
was
the safety
battling
car.
against Mateo, he's lost out even more time.
And Hunter is also in the pits,
Coming back out
possibly
on
suffering
another
from
medium.
some damage.
doesn't look like he has any wing damage.
Septic manages actually overcut the Ferrari, but the Ferrari's going to have warmer tires. Does the Ferrari go for a move down the inside? No, he does not. Saving it for a rainy day.
The McLaren goes wide around the out, and now he's in the inside, and he makes the overtake on the V-carb.
The McLaren of red, someone that wasn't exactly on our radars, as Mateo goes wide. Red, someone who wasn't on our radars for this race, is currently
just like
leading.
that, just like that, Mateo has already destroyed those softs with that gravel. He's gonna be playing catch up now.
He's already losing time.
And catch up
The
he
McLaren.
is. He's actually gained on the McLaren just a little bit, but then lost it out of the final corner on the exit.
He lost all of his time to
Yeah, that gravel has absolutely destroyed those softs, as he's losing 1/10 of a second per 20 meters.
Septic
Until
in the
those
Haas
tires
is 10.8
clean up.
seconds away. Actually 16 seconds away from Mateo. If the leading two drivers do not pit again, they will win the race.
And if you're red, you're gonna try and stretch these mediums.
But he will need to start trying to save battery. He is almost completely depleted his battery reserves.
He did
Yeah,
gain about a
I
second.
don't need to completely switch the battery off, but definitely need to conserve the deployment.
Septic in the Haas.
And it looks like he's already going on that game plan by keeping the battery at a certain point and letting it recharge back.
Smart play by the McLaren. As Septic in the back, in the Haas, is just going.
That's the fastest time.
He had his battery set the entire time to. Hold up, what's going on? Red in the McLaren spins! And now
Wow.
Mateo is
Wow.
leading on those softs.
Now Red's gonna have to play catch
Wow.
up.
Dealt to due to that
Yeah,
spin,
he-
he
he's-
will need to
He's
pit
gonna have
again.
to hope that he didn't flat spot those tires.
Disaster strikes when we're not spectating, unfortunately. Dang it.
Free time.
Mateo, some graining on those front tires. His rears, specifically both rears are showing some massive amounts of degradation as he goes into the pits.
Red's gonna be doing the same thing. It seems like he did flat spot those tires.
Flat spot he did, and the ghost of Mr. Pyro
It looks like he had
is
some damage
leading.
on the front wing as well, so that's gonna cost him an extra 7 seconds.
But
Now Red
they
went-
do
And
And that's
have
gonna put
fresh tires
Septic
now.
back up in contention in P2.
Wow.
After the DNF at the end of the race, if Cookie does not rejoin, Mr. Pyro does not rejoin, Septic will be given the race win.
Well, he said he lost connection, so maybe his internet might get back up soon.
If it does, he will be a Grand Prix winner.
That's kind of wild how everything around you can just fall apart, and your AI is somehow keeping you in.
And keeping you leading.
for the time being, Septic has clawed out an entire second all the
Yeah,
way
and
to
he's
and Mr. Pyro has been screwed over by his AI.
it seems that the AI is set on a two-stop.
Unfortunate indeed. And I can
Red
already
getting
see it.
loose.
Pyro, I have a feeling. I know him. He's a great friend. Something tells me he was trying everything in his power to get his internet back to working capacity so he could get back in and try to win the race. But unfortunately, too late.
You never know. There could be always another safety car, and he could rejoin.
Another safety car would actually be unfortunate for the entire grid, as the only two that have not pitted for a second time would be Septic and Eric. So that would play, a safety car would play into their hands perfectly, as they would be able to just go into the pits and come out on their second set of medium tires.
Ooh, and Hunter is gonna go wide, and he's gonna lose his end plate. And he's
Yeah,
gonna
Red
let Red go by.
Red
Who would ever think?
pushing all the way on his batteries. As it stands, Eric would be. Oh!
Oh, DNF.
Prey retires from the race. And usually, when someone retires in that part of the track, that usually brings out a safety car.
But guess not.
And we're gonna be getting a yellow flag in Sector 1.
It's already cleared.
That is very
That is 5 remain.
unfortunate for Eric and Mateo and Red, all praying that that would be a safety car so they could get back into the fight. You know, if I were to give a driver of the
Epic.
day, I would be giving it to Eric. Going from the back of the grid all the way to P2 is very impressive stuff indeed.
I don't know. I'd have to disagree. I'd have to give it to Septic. Septic made a really good push, making 3 overtakes into turn 1, staying out on the safety car, and still managing to come out in front of Eric, and is now leading the race with almost a 7-second lead on Eric.
What about you, DM? Who do you say
Right.
is your driver of the day?
Probably Septic.
Septic?
For mostly the same reasons.
I don't know.
I'm
I feel
lazy.
like y'all might be sleeping on the true MVP, Mr. Pyro in the Aston Martin.
The AI car.
The AI of the day.
AI of the day.
Mateo's got to be scratching his head. Why did I go on softs? To be,
I think.
I mean, he's 1.5 out from Eric, so he's not out of it. But man, he could be up there if he didn't go on some softs.
Yep.
He still is podium after going on the softs too.
Yeah,
Remember,
it's amazing.
I forget where he started, not gonna lie. But then he went to last. Then he went up near the front, went on the softs, and then went back to last. Then went to the gravel, and now he's already back up to third. So that's, I think, a pretty good run by him.
You know, Mateo
Yeah,
might
following
actually
some
get
chaos
the driver
there,
of the
too.
day because of that. Sure, he hasn't been up there leading the race, doing the most overtakes and all that, but his consistency and his just overall race pace has been there for him the entire time. As we can see,
And
he's got
gonna get
DRS on the
Eric.
Ferrari. Going for
And
a
Eric's
move
going to push
down
him on the inside, and there's going to be some contact there.
Some wheel
And he's going to
banging.
push him out.
But Mateo gets the move and gets the position.
Gets DRS once again as well. Actually, I'm gonna switch my driver of the day. It's Mateo.
I don't know. He's had a little bit too much contact for my liking to really be considered for driver of the day.
That is
But like I
true.
said before, he went to first to last, now back to second.
Goes a little wide and touching the grass on the outside. Has just a little bit more battery than Eric in the Ferrari. 4-lap younger tires than the Ferrari.
And Eric's just going to have to stay close. That DRS is going to allow him to regain that battery and fight back against Mateo.
Mateo's also catching a little bit up to septic, but I don't think it will be enough by the end. And now he just lost all of it as soon as I said something. Why? Why?
The dirty air is just
The
punishing out of the
commentator's
final corner.
curse is a real thing.
The commentator.
I say one nice thing and then you lose all your. You gain about a second, now you're losing half a second. Like, why?
I
Why?
mean, look at it this way. Eric has been saving battery and has more battery than the V-Carbon ahead of him.
That is true.
If he has a good exit out of this corner, and he does, but not good enough to get
He's going to be in.
DRS.
He's in DRS range now.
But he did not.
I
he
don't
was
think
not
he didn't get
within-
it though.
Yeah, he was
He
not
didn't get it.
within 1 second at the detection zone.
I don't think it's going to matter. That push is going to put him on the main straight with DRS.
Oh,
And Mateo has a terrible exit too,
slip,
and that's not
slide.
going to help him. That's only going to be helping Eric.
But I just picked you as my driver of the day, and now you're trying to fumble the bag on me, bro.
And Eric
I was like, no.
has a pretty
goes
good
from
exit. Staying just back, just enough where he's getting both the DRS and slipstream so he can charge up his battery. Oh!
He's going to have to stay.
Mateo
Oh.
slams into the barrier.
Remember, that's also where his teammate crashed earlier in the race on lap 10.
That is true. And then Red in the McLaren is slowly trying to make a move on the Aston Martin.
He might be able to get a move on in this next corner.
You got this, Red. You can make the move on the AI car.
He may want to
Yeah, he got past
wait
it. Let's
until the
go.
main straight.
Red just
Just let y'all
blasting
know, he got
every
past the
bit
AI
of
car.
battery he has to overtake the AI. As
Just
Eric
let you know, guys. He
is
passed the AI.
trying all he can to overtake the V-Carb.
Do you know who the V-Carb reminds me of?
If he's gonna make a move, he's gonna have to make it on the next lap.
V-Carb kind of reminds me of Kimi Antonelli at Qatar.
If you're Eric, you're gonna save your battery and stay close in DRS range, and really open up on the last lap.
Save as much as you can so you can full push during the
And
final
Mateo's
lap.
gonna go off on the inside there.
Eric is already trying to make a move on the penultimate lap.
And Mateo's gonna go wide, and that's gonna open the door.
He'll have DRS down the main straight unless he loses all of it. Good exit by him.
Mateo go.
And
And then he had to back out. Don't lose DRS,
move.
Mateo. You got this.
Let's ride on the V-Carb with Mateo as he's charging down the start-finish straight, tracking down the Ferrari.
It's the last lap. Let's see what happens. Save your battery, Mateo. And he goes wide.
Woo-hoo!
He goes for the.
and he's gonna try. Yeah, he tried to do a switchback, but that's not.
He
Hold
gets a
on.
better exit
Hold
around the
on.
outside.
Oh,
wow.
my goodness.
Wow.
But the Ferrari
I
has
think
more
the Ferrari's
battery.
playing chicken with him. I think he's playing chicken with him.
He most
He has a lot more
certainly
battery,
is.
too.
More battery, DRS, slipstream, but he wasn't able to make a move on the V-Carb
Oh, he's
all
gonna
the
get
previous
it this
laps.
time, though.
Oh!
He's gonna get it,
Back.
and he maintains the exit too.
Does he go for a move down the inside? He's
going
out of
for it.
battery.
He's
Does. And
But
he-
Mateo!
no, he doesn't.
Mateo gets the
Mateo
switchback!
gets the switchback.
Oh!
Oh,
the
and
Ferrari
he
goes...
moves to defend and
Oh! That is contact!
That
And-
is dirty.
and that's gonna put Mateo out of it right there.
Oh! But
He gave it
Eric
back.
is... Eric gives the position back. Respectful.
That was nice of Eric.
Eric knew he was in the wrong for that overtake and gave the
I don't
position
know.
back.
It looked like he had every right. It looked like Mateo tried to turn in too early.
Well, he did dive bomb to the inside and then also went right wide and also touched the grass himself. So
I mean, yeah, there was some questionable racecraft on both sides. Definitely.
But Septic
racing incident.
becomes our first two-time race winner
Winner.
and back-to-back race winner.
You just said that twice.
No. What I said is he's a two-time race winner, but not only that, he's a back-to-back race winner. He is the first driver to win twice, and win twice consecutively.
Oh.
Oh, thank God, I can actually see all of this stuff, so I can actually get it all correct in my database. But congratulations to Septic in the Haas. Drove a fantastic race ever since the DNF
And
of
what
the
do I
cow.
say? What do I say? He got driver of the day, as he deserves.
You're forgetting about the ghost car.
Oh yeah, well that's AI of the day.
AI of the day. In the meantime, let's go over to Tier 2 to get an interview with all the drivers. Septic, how does it feel to be a 2-time race winner and a back-to-back consecutive race winner as well?
It feels like it should have been 3 in a row.
Some great racing between you and Cal. Can you tell us from your perspective what happened?
Uh, I was trying to go up the inside. I was trying to go around the outside because I knew I'd be able to get the inside on the next corner. I think I might have pushed him a little bit wide. I tried to give him room, but might have pushed him a bit wide. And the car gets real skittish over that curb. So I almost lost it a couple times there. That's where I dropped back from Cal.
Dropped back so you wouldn't feel the effects of the dirty air, which unfortunately claimed Cal after you overtook him, going through.
Oh no. The dirty air didn't get him, that curb did. Going over that curb disrupts the car so much. He tried to put the power back on, just spun it straight into the wall.
Mm.
So what was going through your head on under the safety car when you decided to stay out on those hards?
Not gonna lie, right around the first corner, I was like, these feel good, you know? I can definitely do like another 6 or 7 or 8 laps on them. But then I looked at my tire wear and it was at 43%, and I was like, okay, I should probably pit soon. But it was too late under the safety car, so I had to wait until it went green again.
Waited until it went green again, and where you still managed to get overcut your rival of Eric. And
I knew I'd be able to overcut him. His tires were just gonna be cold.
And the fact that you were still able to get up there and get the race win after everybody had capitalized on the safety car to get fresh mediums it's something else.
Well, this track is one that, was the first one in every career that I went into, and most of the F1s that I played. So I have the most experience on it out of all the rest of the tracks.
all right, Mateo, you came so close from a race win, your second one of the season, but you made the unfortunate mistake of pitting onto softs under the safety car. What was the plan there?
No recuerdo haber golpeado a alguien, pero o sea, no tuve ningún plan. No recuerdo haber golpeado a alguien en el safety car, ni en la salida tampoco. No recuerdo haber hecho eso.
Valid.
Now, did if you had a second set of hards, would you have gone into the pits under the safety car, set onto a random set of tires, go all the way back around in the pit again for those set of hards? Would you have done that? Gone all the way to the end?
Sí, pero rápido que no hubiera sido, así que muy conforme con el segundo puesto. Septic es muy rápido, es muy rápido.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that has been round 5 of Tier 2, the inaugural debut season of Tier 2. Join us again next week when we go to Austria. Had to look it up real quick. And as per usual, we will get any final words from our racers. Starting with Mateo. Any final words?
Bastante conforme. Bueno, hice lo que pude y una carrera buena. Está ahí nada más.
All right. Septic. Finally, you.
No ghost? Oh well. Oh, he wasn't in the race. Never mind. Um, Final words. If you want to get a race win next week, practice Austria. That is one of my worst tracks. You have a very good chance at winning. I can say that especially because me and Cal were 1v1ing and we were pretty much even. So
Ooh.
you got a good chance. There's going to be a bit of scrapping up front. One of us is going off at least once.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Be ready for anything to happen at Austria. And now we will close it off with that. And I will go text my ex to see if there's still something there. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
I'm out of
Peace out.
snacks.
I'm out of snacks. And that's where I end the stream.
I figured that would be a good thing to end on.
Yeah. Seems better than the. Yeah. I'll go text my ex. But yeah.
All right, see you guys. Have a good night.
Oh, okay. Good race,
Same.
everyone.
Oh, I got a dope. See ya.
See you,
Have a good night, guys.
So, Septic, you're gonna be